Hello Inkus! Today I'm gonna show you loads of inks, Ferriswheelpress inks. Recently I've tried some of their products and was really surprised about the colors and unique tones of them, and even more surprised by the elaborate package details. Thankfully, Ferriswheelpress willingly sponsored me to make this introducing video, and I'm glad to show you these beauties one by one. Let me introduce Ferriswheelpress first. It is a stationery company and based in Ontario, Canada. They mainly focus on fountain pen inks, but there are also fountain pens and paper stationeries. There are 3 types of inks available. The most popular size is 38ml, the front and back side is flat. Personally, I like this shape the most, and they can be easily stacked. A bottle for 85ml is really big, and it looks like a potion. Shimmer ink swirling inside this bottle is so beautiful. For ink charger sets, 3 5ml inks are together in a set. The concept of collection is used in Ferriswheelpress, and 3 inks from the same collection are grouped together. They offer 38, 85, and ink charger set with all colors, so you can just pick the bottle type you want. For the colors, there are no specific standard colors in this brand. There were original inks, Bluegrass Velvet, Tanzanite Sky, Candy Marsala, and they are called the Original Trio Collection now. After that, they have been releasing new inks in the form of collections. I'll make ink swatches from the ones provided later. Ferriswheelpress makes writing instruments also, fountain pens, ballpoint pens, and even rollable pens. If you look at brush fountain pens, they have the same motif, hexagonal breasts, as applied to the ink bottles. For notebooks, they offer 2 sizes with feather notebooks, Always Right and Nothing Left. Always Right is bigger and the size is 185 by 185mm, making it a square, and Nothing Left is 215 by 105mm, a little smaller in size and has a binding strap, which makes it more handy, while Always Right looks more like a full-size notebook. I got one too, so let's check the paper later. There's also sketchbook, and it uses thicker inlay paper compared to feather notebook. The covers are so attractive with colorful pattern compared to subdued feather notebooks. I think I looked around the main product lineups, and now is the time for unboxing. I mainly picked the inks I would receive, and here they are. They are the High Tea Collection and Sugar Beach Collection in 38ml, the Bookshop Collection in 85ml, and Freshly Squeezed Collection in ink chargers, plus Always Right Size Feather Notebook in Forget-Me-Not color. I will make ink swatches with these beautiful inks. The first one I want to introduce is the High Tea Collection. Most of these inks are very light in color, so sometimes they are not the best for writing letters. Note that the colors of ink bottles on the website are adjusted, and inks in bottles are opaque, except some yellow and pink ones, like I said before in clip 79. Blue cotton candy is very light and soft sky blue, just like a cotton candy in an amusement park. It shows weak pink undertone as it dries. Primavera is rather pale cocoa color, a slightly brewed Earl Grey tea with a lot of milk added to it. This is also a low saturated ink, a very soft, clean, warm pink. I like this so much. Light purple, but the hue is quite complex, giving it a subtle gradation from blue to violet even without being diluted by water. I don't know if pink eraser and tea have anything to do with it, and they also printed pencils with erasers at the end. Youthful coral pink, as you might have seen in the classroom. This is the last of the 3 light inks in High Tea Collection. It's just like the pulp of ripe honeydew melon. The next is the Sugar Beach Collection. It's the newest collection of FWP, consists of 3 bold shimmering inks, bluish violet with very fine shimmers. The glitters are silvery blue. The characteristic of Ferriswheelpress's shimmer is that the particles are so fine. Hot pink with silver to sky blue shimmer. I think the keyword of the Sugar Beach Collection is vivid. With refreshing bright green in color, it has white to silver shimmers. In the website, shimmers are described as green, but I think the green tone is hidden because of the same color ink. and I prepared the bookshop collection in 85 milliliters. They're said to be inspired with a bookstore in the corner of Piccadilly Circus. Tender carrot coral with dazzling silver shimmers. There seems to be a lot of shimmer in this ink especially. This is one of my favorites today. It is a calm dark green and the red sheen appears weakly. When written, it will be barely noticeable. As some of you may know, it's a color that suits my taste so well. Subdued blue with a hint of gray, and there is also some light pink, as this color often does when color separation occurs. Also, there are ink charger sets. The ink capacity is 5 ml and it may be difficult to charge with dipping the nib. I recommend to use converters or portable ink pots. The color perfectly matches the name. It is a bright yellow but less fluorescent. A moraine is material left behind by a moving glacier. Perhaps the name seems to be the color of the lake they came up after that. On light green like spring grass, a bit of blue is added. Considering the lightness, the readability is excellent. Surprisingly, it is a neat sky blue with no color separation, much more saturated compared to blue cotton candy. 뽕따 색깔입니다. Another cute name, precisely the color which comes to mind when you think of peach. Fairly deep and vivid plum color. There is no sheen for this either. Ferriswheelpress inks are usually sheen-free. Lastly, I will test Feather Notebook. As I said earlier, the size is always right and the colors forget-me-not. There are 5 colors to choose from and all are pretty pastel colors. I have to point out, the cover is made from vegan leather. It is cruelty-free of course, but above all, it feels so soft and fluffy. The paper is 100 grams per square meter. Both size notebooks have light dots, and the spacing looks about 6 mm. It can be used as a bullet journal too. If you look at the paper at first, the tone feels a bit cool. When next to Rhodia, it is not fluorescently bright, but surely has a drop of sky blue compared to Tomoe River White. The texture feels less coated, and there were a lot of papers with this kind of feeling that were weak to feathering, so I was a little worried. However, it showed natural color of things well, and there was no ghosting at all. There were thin nibs though. I will doodle some pictures later and check once more. There is a gray bookmark in Forget-Me-Not notebook. This is what I've prepared for you. Thank you for watching today, as always, and special thanks to Nicole, who communicated with me so many times. Not exactly for those who want to write everywhere with just one ink. I think Ferriswheelpress's ink satisfies people with high sensitivity. If you want to have diverse inks with different spectrums, you should definitely try the inks from Ferriswheelpress as well. I think they're great because they have unique and uncommon tones, not often used by brands pursuing safety. I'll be looking forward to other products besides ink. Let me show you a couple of simple drawings with these inks. Have a wonderful day, everyone!